Hola mi gente, it's GameBoyZero and I'm excited, actually, I'm saddened, to talk about the 5 toys I wish I never got rid of. I got my coffee, I got my boy Chucky. Vamos, let's go.
Your screen looks
Game Boy.
Don't forget your Gigapet!
It's wireless.
Wow! That's the wireless!
As a kid, I was so blessed to receive so many toys, mostly from my grandparents. Shout out to all the abuelos and abuelas that came through. And as we grow up, we tend to sell, throw away those beloved toys that we grew up with. For one reason or another, we felt like we didn't need them anymore. Maybe we needed the money, maybe we grew out of them, maybe we just lost them. While we appreciated our toys, there are specific ones that just hold a special place in our hearts. So here are the 5 toys I wish I never got rid of. Oh, the Nickelodeon Time Blaster. It oozed 90s. They were loud, they were obnoxious, and we welcomed it with open arms. What our parents hated, we loved. The Nickelodeon Time Blaster series was a series of tech like phones, walkie-talkies, clocks, boom boxes, and they were covered in a motif of purple, orange, and green with a little splash of red. So the one I had was the Time Blaster. While it's not exactly a toy, it was pretty close. And it was perfection with the glowing numbers of the time and this green lightning bolt tube that was on the top, and it glowed green. It was a 12-year-old's dream. And the alarm clock varied from a cuckoo to a boing sound. Like I said, my parents hated it. I don't know how I lost it, but I'm sure it was thrown out at some point. And that's the hard part. I was able to find one. I fixed it. I fixed it on occasion. Because there must be some sort of blown capacitor or something. It just keeps dying on me. Regardless, it stays up on my shelf next to the Nickelodeon camera. Oh, look at it in all its glory. Look at it.
Sister says, hey, is that Bob?
Wow, he looks great.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, did you cut your hair?
I don't have any hair, Jim.
He doesn't have any hair, stupid.
Getting dork.
You're sure looking thinner there, Bobby baby. Yeah, I dropped a few sizes.
The first Game Boy I ever received was a yellow Game Boy Pocket with Jurassic Park 2. It was one of the best Christmases I could vividly remember. And I remember on our drive back from New York all the way to Pennsylvania, I did my best to try to play the game, hoping that we would hit some street lamps. It was nighttime, so I did my best. I didn't have many games, but I played it often. Ooh, so eventually I traded it in. I traded it for a Charizard card. And being 12 years old, I was not the best at keeping a Charizard card, or any card for that matter, in good condition. And then eventually I traded the Charizard card for Pokemon Red. See, in today's standards, that would have been a good trade, but back then, I don't know. But at least I had Pokemon Red, and I was able to play it on
Game Boy is moving into the age of color. Super Game Boy. You can put any Game Boy cartridge in it, and then play that Game Boy game in color on the big screen through your Super Nintendo.
Oh, the Super Game Boy. I love this thing, and I was able to play Pokemon Red on it, even though I didn't have a Game Boy. And it was the first Pokemon game I ever beat, and it so happened to be on a Super Game Boy. What intrigued me the most were the colors. The colors on the Super Game Boy were kind of like the Game Boy Color. So when I played the game on a 13-inch television, it was amazing. There were borders, the ability to change the palettes. It was definitely something special. But of course, another toy I lost. I wish I could remember where I put it, what I did with it last, but it's gone. I wish there was something that would have helped me remember where I put it last, or before I lost it. Something like,
Here's a sweet one from Cybiko.
すごいやつが出た Cybiko!
Download killer games.
これはゲームか
It's got a monster organizer.
スケジュールブックか
It's right in your hand.
それともハンドヘルドコンピューターか
Oh yeah, it's wireless.
Wow! なんとワイヤレスだ Wireless chat, email, internet, free games, organizer!
Buy one today, I'll throw in an MP3 player free.
at age 15, something crazy came out. In the age of PDAs, they decided, let's make one for children, and Cybiko was born. The Cybiko was pretty cool. It played games, took notes, calculated numbers, you know, the basics. And if someone else had a Cybiko near you, you could text them. You could go online and buy more games, but you had to buy a memory expansion. I remember taking this to school to take notes. It didn't really work out that well, but it felt cool. It had an antenna that kind of stuck out, a keyboard with rubbery buttons, and the colors were cool. They had this like super neon yellow, and of course my favorite, the purple one. And this was the age of see-through tech, baby. Early 2000s tech wasn't cool unless you had see-through plastic, and it had to be colorful. No idea where it went. I want one now, but having one would simply just go on my shelf. I don't know, we'll have to see.
When your Gigapets call, you gotta stop.
Don't forget your Gigapet.
Whoa, doggies, Madonna's hungry.
Don't upset your Gigapet.
Dino through.
Don't neglect your Gigapet.
If you want your Giga to grow bigger, you gotta figure how to care for your Giga.
Baby wants to play.
Digital pets were all the craze in the mid to late 90s. We had Digimon, we had Tamagotchi, and we had my choice, Gigapets. Here we have another case of colorful see-through tech that you couldn't help but love. I had a purple one and I think it was a dog. I loved feeding it, playing games. Sometimes you had to give it shots or medicine. And story time. One day it got stolen. Stolen by Eric. Wait, no, not Eric. Stolen by Lonnie. Lonnie swore that it was his. Oh, but I proved him wrong. I proved that it was not his. And my friends rallied with me. We gathered in tens, no, hundreds, no, thousands. As we all shouted, "Give back the Gigapet! Give back the Gigapet!" Okay, it didn't go exactly like that. Eventually, the teacher did take it away, and I think she gave it back, but something tells me I just forgot about it. And Lonnie, if you're watching, you better watch your back. Now it's your turn. What are your favorite toys that you lost along the way of life? I want to know. Let's have a discussion and get to know each other. If you got this far and enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you can share it, that's a big one up from me. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go. Vamos! No, thousands.